So Kelly, we both saw Emma this past week, and now we are here to talk about it. So tell me your thoughts.
I'm a Jane Austen fan, so I liked it.
Yes.
I would say I would contrast it to Little Women. I feel like Little Women was trying to take the story and say something new about it for a new generation. I feel like Emma, not so much. It was a great film. It was a great adaptation. I thought the characters were super quirky. It felt almost like Jane Austen meets The Office a little bit to me. It was like the characters were like remarkably quirky. Bill Nighy as her hypochondriac father.
Best part.
Was
100%.
the best. I loved him so much. And I think like he's probably one of the best adaptations of the dad I've ever seen. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed just how phenomenally quirky the characters were. And I will say, I think of all the adaptations of Emma I have seen, this Mr. Knightley was the most swoon-worthy
Yes.
of all of them. Like, absolutely the most swoon-worthy.
That's true.
I thought he was great. He brought so much emotionality to the character that I feel like is often absent in the interest of making Mr. Knightley seem like this very harsh contrast to Emma. And I feel like...
Right. He didn't come off that way in this one.
Yeah, he was much more sweet and sensitive, and I almost love the moment where I think he realizes he's in love with her, and it's almost this like uh-oh moment that I thought was absolutely phenomenal that I've never seen in any other adaptation. So yeah, I mean it was definitely, I would say, far and away my favorite adaptation of Emma, but I wouldn't say like Little Women it was like retelling the story in a way that was a revelation in any way. Yeah.
So,
how about you, Phoebe?
I would say that first, I'll preface this by saying that any Jane Austen adaptation I'm going to love. So I mean, it's very difficult for me to not like a Jane Austen movie. I wouldn't say that this is my favorite of all of the Jane Austen films that I've seen. I mean, there's so many good ones and so many good offshoots. I wouldn't say it's a better Emma retelling than Clueless.
That's true. I was comparing it to the Gwyneth Paltrow one, and I think it's far more superior to that one. But yeah.
But yeah, I would say I think that the casting decisions were fantastic. I think that it was really awkward and funny in a more subtle way. I didn't think it was as funny as I hoped it was going to be.
Okay.
But I don't think that, like, I can't really say that it was one way or the other fantastic or bad. It was like very enjoyable to watch at the time, and pretty much a couple days after, like, I forgot most of it. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you like the feel of the like Keira Knightley and Matthew McFadden Pride and Prejudice,
which I do, yes.
Yeah, I think you will like this adaptation of Emma. I definitely think it's better than the Gwyneth Paltrow version. It just had more complexity and it was way funnier.
That's true, yeah.
But yeah. And I liked how much humor they brought to it. But yeah, I think I would agree with you that it's you know, it didn't blow me away, but I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah, and I think that each of the characters served their role so well that I think it probably made up for some of the things that I maybe was expecting more out of.
Totally.
I really, really enjoyed Anya Taylor-Joy, I think that's her name, who played Emma.
Yeah.
She was fantastic as Emma.
She really carried the film, yeah.
And then even Harriet Smith, she got that character very well.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, each of the characters played their own role fantastically, and that really made up for anything that I didn't like as much about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So verdict, out of 5, what do you think? What would you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a solid 3.5. Solid.
So I'm in agreement with you, and I was trying to decide. I would say 3.5. Like I said, it didn't blow me away, but it was very, very, very enjoyable. And I think, like, you know, you see some adaptations, you're like, I want my money back. This was definitely not one of those. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. Is this going to go down in the annals of like my favorite films?
No. It didn't really do anything new. It didn't really make me feel like, wow, this is a fantastic take on the whole movie. But it didn't do a disservice to the source material either.
Totally. So I think it's totally worth it. Like I said, if you like the Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadden, Pride and Prejudice, like definitely come see this, Emma, because it's in a similar vein, like trying to make Jane Austen a little more modern and a little more approachable, and like I said, and if you like The Office, you might like this adaptation because it has all the quirk of like Parks and Rec and The Office. That's true. I enjoyed that part.
It kept it has that awkwardness of The Office and Parks and Rec, but then it kept the wit and like fast dialogue of Jane Austen that I'm always like, I probably needed subtitles for that movie. For some parts of it, they just go like, it's just so like rapid fire. It's almost like two guns shooting at each other, but in a beautiful English countryside with words.
Yeah, totally. So I really enjoyed it. I went home and I was like, is this one I would buy? Probably, because I love rewatching Jane Austen adaptations. It is my weakness. It's what I do. It's my sick day thing. I just watch Jane Austen films.
That's respectable.
So I was like, this is something I want to add to that collection that I just rewatch when I need a laugh and a swoon-worthy Mr. Knightley,
Well, thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you, Phoebe.
Thank you guys for watching.